The F-15X wasn't supposed to dominate. It was labeled outdated, a relic in the age of stealth. But then it crushed records at red flag. Suddenly, the so-called backup jet became the frontline legend, not by vanishing, but by overwhelming. The sky just met its most dangerous heavyweight. The F-15EX Eagle II began as a familiar shape, an evolution of a design first flown in the 1970s. But what emerged wasn't just a modernized fighter. It was a re-engineered machine built to survive today's threats. Digital fly-by-wire controls replaced aging mechanical systems, allowing pilots to push the jet harder and safer. It doesn't just fly, it dances, effortlessly responsive under extreme pressure. Colonel Mike Starbaby Benitez called the shift, like going from a rotary phone to a smartphone. Its upgraded brain powers a lethal combination of avionics, radar, and electronic warfare. The APG-82 ASA radar, JHMCS targeting helmet, and EPWSS suite turned a legacy airframe into a digital predator. This isn't a simple upgrade, it's a fighter reborn, engineered not for nostalgia, but for dominance in contested skies. The world changed. So did the Eagle. The F-15X doesn't just carry weapons, it carries awareness. At the heart of its dominance is a trio of cutting-edge systems: the APG-82A ESA radar, the JHMCS helmet, and the EPAWSS electronic warfare suite. Together, they make the Eagle II not just a fighter, but an electronic predator. The APG-82 radar slices through enemy jamming like a hot blade. Where other systems choke under electronic interference, this one thrives, feeding pilots clear, uninterrupted targeting data at incredible range and accuracy. No guesswork, no lag, just instant clarity. The JHMCS helmet turns the pilot's head into a weapon. Look, lock, fire, all without turning the aircraft. Targets become dots. Responses become instinct. It removes delay from the kill chain, letting pilots engage threats with nothing but a glance. Then there's EPAWS, the F-15EX's invisible armor. It detects threats before they see you, jams incoming systems, and deploys countermeasures without hesitation. It doesn't just hide, it disrupts, deceives, and dominates. With this suite online, the Eagle becomes an electronic ghost. The integration of these systems isn't just technical, it's tactical. They work in unison, turning raw information into lethal action. In air combat, seeing first and reacting faster is everything. That edge now belongs to the F-15X. Its sensors don't just guide weapons, they decide who survives. And more often than not, it's the Eagle who flies home. The F-15X isn't just a fighter, it's a flying arsenal. With the ability to carry up to 22 air-to-air missiles, it's earned a nickname that even rivals respect: the missile truck. While stealth fighters hide, the Eagle II stands tall, armed to the teeth and ready to fire first, fire more, and keep firing. Compared to the F-35A's internal load of 4 missiles and the F-22's 8, the F-15EX nearly triples its capacity. It doesn't rely on stealth. It is overwhelmed with volume, and that firepower isn't theoretical. During red flag exercises, photos showed the jet bristling with weaponry, a visual warning to anyone watching. This jet isn't backing down. It's not just the number, it's how it carries them. The F-15EX uses amber racks and 23 hardpoints, including new outer wing stations, to load multiple AIM-120s, sidewinders, and even air-to-ground missiles. The result? A jet that can carry more than any other in its class, without sacrificing speed or agility. Pilots don't just feel powerful, they feel unstoppable. One senior test pilot said it best: it doesn't just carry more, it carries it with confidence. In modern air warfare, missile volume means survival. And when the F-15X takes off fully loaded, it doesn't just enter the fight, it becomes the fight. The F-15X isn't stealthy, and it doesn't need to be. While stealth fighters vanish from radar, The Eagle II survives through dominance. It's a secret? EPAWSS, the Eagle Passive Active Warning and Survivability System. This full-spectrum defensive suite doesn't just react to threats, it preempts them. EPAWSS scans, tracks, geolocates, jams, and evades incoming radar and missiles before they ever lock on. Think of it as digital deception, throwing sand in the enemy's eyes while the jet delivers precision strikes. One pilot described it as having an invisible shield. In red flag simulations, the F-15EX flew deep into contested airspace, fired volleys of missiles, and emerged untouched. Not because it was hidden, but because it fought smarter. Then there's the APG-82AESA radar, pushing back against jamming and tracking multiple targets simultaneously. Pair that with glass cockpit integration and real-time data fusion, and pilots don't just survive, they dominate the information war. In an age where modern SAM systems like the S-400 and S-500 can see even stealth platforms, survivability now depends on agility, jamming, and tactical flexibility. The F-15EX was built to fight in the open and win. It doesn't sneak through danger, it conquers it. When stealth fails, payloads run out, or networks collapse, the F-15EX is the jet that stays in the sky, fully armed and still fighting. The F-15EX isn't here to replace the F-35 or F-22. It's here to amplify them. In a modern battlefield driven by networks, precision strikes, and relentless tempo, the Eagle II acts as a force multiplier. While stealth jets slip through enemy defenses, the F-15EX remains on station, visible, dangerous, and absolutely lethal. Armed with Link 16 data sharing, real-time communications, and an arsenal of missiles, it acts as an airborne quarterback. It coordinates drone swarms, supports stealth fighters, and launches standoff weapons deep into contested zones, all without entering high-risk airspace itself. Its open mission systems architecture allows seamless software upgrades, letting the platform evolve as threats change. No full redesigns, no long development cycles, just immediate battlefield adaptation. That means the jet you see today could be smarter and deadlier tomorrow. The F-15EX delivers mass, resilience, and availability. It carries more weapons, flies longer missions, and costs less to operate, allowing commanders to field more jets, more often. In prolonged campaigns, that endurance matters. And in a war where stealth dominates headlines, the Eagle II reminds us of a simple truth. Sometimes, the most visible threat is also the most unstoppable. The F-15EX doesn't pretend to be invisible. It doesn't hide, sneak, or whisper through the sky. It roars, armed, visible, and undeniable. It's the fighter you call when the mission can't fail, when you need firepower that lasts and a presence that breaks enemy morale. In an era of sleek designs and silent threats, the Eagle II proves that sometimes raw strength is the loudest message of all. If you're fascinated by the machines that don't just survive, but dominate, hit that subscribe button. We break down the platforms redefining modern warfare, not with hype, but with firepower. More like the F-15EX is coming. Stay sharp, stay informed, stay airborne.